We have this very big horizontal solution which says video. We have this, we have a lot of products in the video category. They all kind of, operate, from an end user perspective, they do the same thing.
First of all, it's a great opportunity. We're very, very excited to actually have a chance to interview Michael Tessler. You are the founder and CEO of BroadSoft. And as a founder and CEO of BroadSoft, not only did you create an amazing company, but you helped to create an ecosystem. Also, congratulations, you had a recent, what one might call a huge exit, or a very, very nice exit, with selling BroadSoft to Cisco. And even more recently, you have, and I think this is also to your credit, started a new company called True North, which is, I think, a really good way of looking at the way you work in terms of knowing where that true north is. But probably one of the more important aspects is that you started it with your colleagues that helped you found and run BroadSoft. We've been also blessed with the fact that we're able to kidnap you or invite you, either word you like to choose, to be on our advisory board. So we're very, very excited about that. So thank you very much for being here.
Thanks, Jeff, and thanks for all those kind words.
Where do these technologies or these approaches match different job functions? And for the most part, I just want to tell you that most people take it for granted that there's some sort of uniformity, that you have a video conferencing capability or a suite of tools like Google's tools or Microsoft Teams or Cisco or Zoom, and then you just apply that uniformly to knowledge workers, to frontline workers, to everybody else. And nobody's really talking about that much what would need to be changed.
I think that if you look at it's one of the things that we're starting to look at is companies that may be focused on other segments beyond knowledge workers, and how do you morph the technology? What's the right communications means for those other, whether maybe there's a category of frontline workers, that need to get a different kind of set of technology. They want to interact with it differently, small work groups, etc. So there are a lot of things to think about with regards to that. I think, I agree that we have this very big horizontal solution which says video. We have this, we have a lot of products in the video category. They all kind of operate, from an end user perspective, they do the same thing. We have a video call, we can share a document, like the main functionality that end users consider are pretty similar, but that may not be the best fit. Or there may be needed to be embedded in something else, like with my education example, where you need some features that are very unique to the education environment. I think it is going to become pretty obvious that the companies that are able to train their leaders and staff to work effectively in a remote way will gain competitive advantage against others that don't, and continue to operate in a less than ideal way in a remote situation. I think ultimately, if I'm a leader, I have 100% of my workforce working from home, then we're not in a pandemic, we're past the pandemic. And I talk to a lot of business leaders saying, wow, I don't know why we have an office building anymore, let's get rid of it. We seem to be able to be effective. But we're effective in a pandemic, we're in a crisis. I think post the crisis, we're gonna have to start thinking about how to make sure that we train leaders to run businesses and to lead teams in a remote way. I think that's going to be a pretty important. I think it's going to become a competitive advantage for companies who can do that.